Now, I live in the suburbs. I definitely live in the suburbs, and I love the suburbs. But there's nowhere in the world I'm not going to come back to my city, Philadelphia, where I was born and raised.
Remember entrepreneur Bruce Burton making these comments during our Black on Black special that aired earlier this year. He's one of a growing number of minorities who have moved out of the city to the burbs.
Yes, and while they're moving out, whites are reportedly moving back into the city, according to Philadelphia Daily News columnist Julie Shaw. In fact, in her recent article, look at this, Philly's white population rises. She notes the city has gained an estimated 3,980 to be exact. So what do we look to for this, or why do we have this? Why would we have this? They used to call it white flight. Do you ever feel guilty, or do people make you feel guilty? Like, why'd you leave? Why'd you leave us?
No, I don't feel guilty. I always give back. I do career days. I go around speaking to other youth. I speak to the youth that are on parole, probation. So I'm still involved in the city, but I still had to take my boys from outside of the city. I mean, they visit still. We still come to the city.
And your business is still in the city?
Yeah,
it's definitely still. It's in West Oak Lane. So my father still lives in North Philadelphia. But
the education, I think, Julie, for a lot of people, that's the key.
Right.
It's one of the keys.
Right. I mean, we have been seeing more black suburbanization, out of the city, and it's for the same reasons, that like whites had moved out in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, for bigger houses, better schools, less crime. Those are the reasons that we hear.
What I take exception to is when some people look at your article, go, oh, more whites are moving back into Center City. Oh, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? It makes me kind of mad when people act that way. Bruce, does it bother you?
It doesn't bother me. I understand why they're moving back in also because the crime is not touching them. So they can come back to the city.
But why is this such a race issue? Why are we breaking this down in black and white?
I'm not sure why that's the case. I mean, we still have that divide period between black and white, and it's not, everything's not diverse just yet.
Even in the suburbs, do you feel it?
Yes, definitely. It's so funny. I had an incident the other day that I saw a white guy, and he was with his daughter, and I spoke to him. I said, hello, sir, how are you doing? And he was an older gentleman. He was like, hey, boy.
No. It still goes on, doesn't it?
Yes, I was like, okay, but I'm sorry, I'd rather go with a boy than a gunshot wound.
Wow.
Sorry.
Well, that's something to think about.